Beehive Chapter 4, A Truly Beautiful Mind. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame when he became internationally famous. So, what was his new personal chapter? It was his second marriage. It was his second marriage to his own cousin Elsa in the year 1919. Coincided to take place during the same time period. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity. If you remember that he had been working secretly on it, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. What do you mean by interpretation? To explain something in a particular manner. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate, and here the word "it" refers to his general theory of relativity, which he had published in the year 1915. So that was proved to be true, accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent, the area to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected, would be changed, or light would change its direction through the sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. Proclaimed, declared, announced. And a revolution is something that brings about a sudden and significant change in a particular situation. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in the year 1921. He was showered with honors. Honor means respect, regard, and invitations from all over the world, and lauded by the press. Lauded, he was praised by the press. Press here refers to printing press, where newspapers are printed, books are printed. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. Now Nazi was a ruling party in Germany under Hitler, Adolf Hitler. He was a dictator. The world knows about him. Einstein emigrated to the United States. He migrated, he left Germany and went to United States, America. And from this point to one more point we can understand, he was liberal. We already know that Einstein had liberal approach, whereas Hitler was a Philistine. And we have already read about Einstein's anti-Philistine approach. 5 years later, the discovery, that means in the year 1938, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Now, what is nuclear fission? Nuclear fission is a nuclear reaction in which a massive, huge nucleus splits, gets divided into small nuclei with release of energy. In Berlin is the capital city of Germany. A physicist is a physics scientist. So with this means the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin, that means in Germany, had American physicists in an uproar. In an uproar means they became upset. Why? Because they were afraid that now Nazi party, now Hitler could build an atomic bomb, and that ultimately would give birth to World War, and that had actually happened. We all know about this. And one more thing here, if we talk about American physicists here, we know that before this itself, Einstein had migrated to United States. So here we are talking about Einstein too. Many of them had fled from fascism. Here them refers to American physicists. Just as Einstein had, we know that he also fled from Germany to the United States of America. Fascism was Mussolini's rule in Italy. He was a politician and journalist, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb, as The discovery of nuclear fission took place in Berlin. Scientists were concerned as they could easily understand and very well visualize the consequences, repercussions of using an atomic bomb. Thank you.